The dawning of a new world is the dawning of a new consciousness. The apocalypse has always been a much discussed topic, and it is said that when it happens, everyone will die. It is also often said that there will be a new world. New religions have often misinterpreted what a new world and apocalypse mean, and many people have taken these phrases quite literally, with some going as far as living their lives according to these wrong literal misinterpretations. These days, mass communication has developed to the point where we are able to watch what is happening around the world on television the same day it happens. For example, we can hear about the death of an elephant in Africa on the day it died, and wherever we look, there are stories of people dying. There have always been earthquakes, and they still happen in the present. Although it is believed that the meaning of a dawning of a new world is that the world will turn inside out, the true meaning is that the world, heaven and earth, will reopen. To reopen does not mean that heaven and earth will change. What it means is that whereas previously heaven, earth, and man existed separately, the heaven and earth will exist in man, and that man will become the master of heaven and earth.